Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the SAS Fox Memorial. We're in round 17 and a massive clash here today with Point Chev Pirates playing at the Hornets nest here at home with the Howick Hornets. We're going to catch up now with the head coach, Sean Clark, and Sean's going to join us as we get ready for today's game. And great to have you here, Sean.
Yeah, g'day. Thanks, Troy.
Mate, first off, you had a look at the ladder. Howick Hornets travelling well this season. 5 losses, however, and the last 2 have been in the last couple of weeks. Coming off the back of Marist match, what were the key learnings from that, mate?
Staying in the game for 80 minutes. We sort of up 26-16 with 10 to go, and we just clocked off for that last 10 minutes. And hey, good teams, or even teams that are, not in the hunt, but got nothing to lose, throw the ball around, and they scored a couple of good tries and pipped us at the line.
Today we've got first place up against fourth place. Howick and fourth on the SAS ladder, along with Point Chev Pirates at the top. How important is today's win?
A win today will get our confidence back. Top 4 is secured, so I think we can only finish third if we win these next 2, and then Mount Albert lose 1. So it's definitely going to be a confidence booster we can get up today.
And mate, in regards to the roster, we're at the back end of the season. We're sort of through, I suppose, the bitterly cold months, injuries and sickness and what have you. Have you got the roster that you're wanting to have play today coming in against the Pirates?
Our roster's pretty strong today. We got the 3 boys back from Cup. They've been up and down all year. So, but hey, we can't rely on them. It's a 17-man game, and we'll be looking to go with our 17 that are here today, and hopefully they can take us through.
Mate, and I understand midway through the season, you had a new half come and join you, Reese. How's he settled in, and what's he been like as an impact for the Howick Hornets this season?
Yeah, Reese has come back from Rari. He was over there playing in that comp. He's come back and fitted in nicely. Had to fight for his spot, didn't just slot straight back in, which is good here. We've got a good team bond, and everybody seems to be going along well. So, yeah, he's fitted in well.
Cool, mate, and I understand you've got a couple of the Warriors back today to play. How important is King to the game plan?
Yeah, King will be coming off the bench for us today. He's definitely a key cog to our engine, and we'll be looking for impact from him off the bench.
Mate, and obviously, up against the Pirates, how are you going to beat them? What's the strategy today? What's the game plan?
Yeah, Pirates are definitely going to be hard, 80-minute game. But, looking at them, their strength is right across the field. So for us, it's just worrying about what we can do in our processes and everything like that. So, hopefully if we play our game and it comes off, we'll come out on the right ledger on the scoreboard.
Cool, mate. Listen, thanks, Sean. I know you're busy today, mate. We've just kidnapped you from the, sort of the warm-up for the main match. So I want to thank you for your time and best of luck for today's game.
No worries. Thanks, Troy.
Cheers, mate. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, don't go away. We're going to throw to Corey Rosser now as he gets ready to interview the head coach from the Pirates. And Corey will be joining us now as he comes in. And what a beautiful day down it is here for the live streaming. If you have joined us, please look to share. And it is on the Auckland Rugby League website, www.aucklandleague.co.nz.
Thank you, Troy, and we are joined now by Zane Poggington, the coach of the Point Chev Pirates. Zane, the first one to touch on last week's result, a heartbreaking loss or draw for you guys, which obviously lost the Root Rooster. Tell us a bit about, I guess, how the boys have bounced back from that disappointment.
I guess any time where you have the game, well, you consider having the game in the bag with 30 seconds to go, and Glenora pull off a great play and score and kick the goal. I know it's a hard one to get up for, but we're taking on our chin. Finals aren't 3 weeks out, so if it costs us the Roop so that we can be there or thereabouts at the back end of the year, I'll happily sacrifice it.
And I guess a real feeling that maybe you're glad that one happens at this point of the year rather than in a couple of weeks' time, at least?
If we learn from it, yeah, I'll be happy for it, but you can't tell what's going to happen. Glenora deserved the win. They were dominant the first half. We had a good spell and they came back to haunt us. So, the best thing about the Fox at the moment is any team in the top 4, as you can see from the results, can win it. So it's an exciting year. And only 3 weeks ago we got belted by Mount. So we got a lot of learning to do before semi-finals. And last week was another learning curve.
You mentioned the top 4 very close this year, and this one is a big one, particularly in terms of your aspirations for the Rukatai Shield, but also an important one building towards the finals.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Rukatai would be nice. And it's probably something that people would have in the back end of their mind. But at the moment, we're just looking for process, trying to get better. and we haven't bet a top 4 team in this round. So I'd be more inclined for the win so that we can take momentum into semis. A wise man, Grant, always told me you can have the Rukata or keep the Fox. So at the end of the day, that's the only trophy that really matters. And if we can improve week in, week out, that's probably what I'm looking for.
Pretty well back to full strength at the right time of the year. You get obviously Kevin Locke back and a couple of other guys. How important to have those kind of key members back in the 17?
Yeah, it's good to have Nobby back in the fold. He missed the Mount game due to flu, and he slowly got over that. We got Waxy back in, and Preston from the 20s is back from a knee injury. We also get young Tevin from Christchurch coming up. He's a huge induction. He's been playing Cup for the last 12 weeks before he broke his leg. Exciting player out of Canterbury Bulls, and we really want to just acknowledge them for letting him come up to Auckland and put his trade forward, and we're happy to have him.
Big to get a player of his calibre back. He's obviously played a lot of football in the New South Wales Cup this year, so he's going to add a lot for the back part of the season.
Oh, definitely, and Tevin plays a style of football that's kind of different to what you see in Auckland. He's a running half with a good kicking game, slightly smaller than most players that you'll see, but he's a dime a dozen where he can change a game on a dime, so it's quite exciting to watch, and he might have a little bit of cobwebs out there, but I have no doubt his class will show in the end.
Howick coming off 2 losses. This one now takes a different dimension for them. I guess they're pretty desperate to get a win and build a little bit of confidence. So, it's going to be a different prospect than it might have been a few weeks ago.
Yes and no. So Howick, I wouldn't read too much into those 2 losses. Howick is very much plagued by whether Cup or 20s are taking their boys. They've got all their boys back this week, so I'm not reading anything into their 2 losses. Howick will be a strong side, and they've got an extremely good coach. So, we're not underestimating them in any strength.
And finally, nice weather down here at Paparoa Park. 2 teams pretty much at full fitness. What gets the job done today, Zane?
If you can complete and play through the middle, you'll be there at the back end. So we'll just stick to process, see hopefully that we get to our kicks, and at the end, we'll see who wins at the Hooter. Last time we went to the 70th, so we'll see how it goes.
Excellent. Hey, thanks for joining us, Zane, and all the best.
Cheers, mate. Have a good one.
Cool. So that is the word from the 2 coaches today. We're now going to hand over to Troy Hardy, who's going to hear from the chairman of the Howick Hornets Club.
Thanks, Corey. And we'd like to welcome big fella in, John. Yeah, good, mate. John Bull Hancock, and great grouse day down here at the club, man. The grounds are looking good. And in regards to this afternoon, what happens at the club, after the match?
Well, we invite everyone up and have the standard, normal, good time that the players have. We're kind of old school here, so everyone comes up for a feed and prize giving, and we just like to enjoy as the others. There's always a battle on the field, but end of the day, the boys have a beer and a chat, and it's good. That's what we promote here.
Awesome, mate. And anyone can come along. Like you've got the canteen or the cafeteria is open. They can have a meal and a quiet drink and what have you.
Yep, we have full. We've got all the food there, and we've got the bar facilities as usual up there. And I mean, everyone's welcome. We're a very welcoming club, and we have a lot of supporters. We're quite blessed, very blessed actually.
Mate, and in regards to the Howick Hornets, what other activities are happening with the club, in the community and around the club? What are you guys up to?
Yeah, well, last night we had our finals pins night. So what we do there is every team that makes the finals, they get a pin to commemorate that, and we acknowledge the achievement that they've done. So we were, again, blessed last night. Every competition team in Howick was in the finals. So we had under 13s, under 12 13s, under 14 15s, under 16 17s, under 20s.
Wow.
We got the Premier first and the Premiers all in finals this year. I'm very proud, very proud.
Mate, just alluding to the teams there, you've touched on a number of sides that the Howick Hornets have. How are the grades, and what sort of grades are you running here? What's the health like?
Yeah, well, we're very strong in the restricted grades, and as Aaron, the Glenora chairman, spoke about, it's a great brand of footy. It's exciting. The guys use the speed of the ball and the attack and the thinking. It's not big fellas barging over, and it's open to a lot more people in the community. That's the whole thing we push here.
Yeah, absolutely. So look, for all the mums who are a wee bit worried about, their kids playing rugby league, if you're in the Howick Hornets area, either get in touch with Big Bull here or one of the guys in the committee through their website, and I'm more than sure that they've got enough infrastructure and coaching down here to take care of the kiddies, whether they're playing in open grade or in restricted football. So that's well done, mate. Now, I've heard a wee bit of story or alignment around AFL. What's AFL and the Howick Hornets happening? What's happening there?
Yeah, well, that's just recently happened, and we like to promote the full season here, and we've just been approached from a group, the AFL. So we've got the Howick Hornets AFL team starting to play. They're here during September to November. So I've just met with one of their executives today, and he's stoked because we've offered them the club and the full facilities and open arms, and they're stoked with that. So we are too, because it's great for the community. We want to keep this place humming during the summer as well. So we've got the touch coming on as well. So we try to promote as much of the sport as we can.
So a lot of innovation then going on with the Howick Hornets. And if they're wanting to play either AFL or touch, do they get in contact with you, or is that done through a website?
Just look up on the Facebook and just ask a message there, post a message, and we'll get back to them there.
Awesome, mate. Seems to be a lot going on here. You're doing good work. In regards to yourself as the chairman and your senior exec, how's everybody? What's the mood around how the Prems have been tracking this year in the SAS Fox?
Yeah, no, we're very proud of them. It's been great. We've had ups and downs. We've had a couple of downs in the last couple of weeks, so the boys know that they've got the full backing of the club, and we're proud of them, and they appreciate what we do for them. We hope we do. I hope they do. And so no, we're real happy where we are at the moment. So we've got a big game today. This is a real test for us. We lost in the last 5 minutes to these guys in the first round, so now they're at our hometown, so we need to knock them over.
Look, and in regards to the vibe through the rest of the club, is everyone sort of in a real positive note? They're in good shape? Yeah, we are. We're in real good shape. There's a lot of backing, there's a huge amount of support, and we fill our clubs. Myself and our senior club captain Lance, we travel with the team as much as we can, and we're very, very blessed in our club to have a full club at home games, and it's great. Awesome, mate, and look, a great segue there around support. So we know that, volunteers and supporters are key to club. How important are the sponsors to your club? And let's talk a wee bit about your sponsors that you have.
Yeah, no, we're blessed with sponsors. We lost a couple of big guys last year. We had Mahindra and Scott Electrical, and Scott Electrical have been with us for a number of years, and according to Johnny, he's going to come back next year, which we're looking forward to. But we've done the local businesses, Concept, who are concrete guys, who've come in, and they've got the branding on the front, and we've got the firm, who's like an old boys club, who have put money in and actually have formed a charity.
Yeah.
Who they're only people who actually get any of their funds are the Howick Hornets. They look after us from the juniors right through. So it's fantastic, and it's growing all the time. And yeah, we're getting more and more members, so it's huge. And we've got we've got all local business guys. We came in with the jersey sponsors, and it's been huge. But it's been very, very local, which is fantastic. So we like to plug them when we can. So once I'm finished this, I'll be up on the loudspeaker, just yelling out their names and telling everyone who they are.
Cool, mate. And look, a big shout out and much love to the firm. I've seen the boys up there. They've got their own sort of grandstand up there on the Howick's Nest, and a bit of innovation work around those chairs as well, mate. So anything else you want to share in regards to the sponsors and what they do?
Oh, we appreciate everything they do. It's just fantastic. A lot of them aren't, they don't want to be taken up to the club and bought drinks and stuff like that, or being, showing up or anything. They just want to be there for the club, and just they love the feedback. We try and keep them up to date as much as we can, and this type of media will help a lot. If we can start pumping them, and they can put feeds onto their own websites, which will help hugely with their which give them more reason to actually put money into the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, look, Bull, I know you're extremely busy, mate. Want to thank you for your time, and getting ready to call the boys to come out onto the main field here.
I'd just like to mention our committee. It's huge. Again, the backing that we have is massive. We've got Denny and Maria Allen. They're just huge couple that run the club, more or less. So my job's easy. And so Denny's our junior club captain, Maria's our treasurer, and they're just huge Hornets family, which is great. We've got Lance Elliott, our senior club captain. He runs the Prems, which is great. And we've got new guy come on this year, Mike Farrelly. He's our match manager, and he's also a secretary, and he's doing a huge amount of work. He crosses every T and dots every I, and it's the bureaucracy that a club has at the moment, and hopefully ARL is going to start helping us out, which we've talked to them about. But it's huge to run a club now with the bureaucracy and the councils and all the regulations. So these sort of guys are just huge, and they just make everything tick along really well. And again, I'm just the showpiece, mate. I don't do bugger all.
Oh, mate, look, you're doing pretty well, I'd say. Okay, well, look, we're going to get ready now for the live match, and I want to thank Bill once again for his time down here. Big shout-out to those volunteers and supporters, and thank you once again to Denny, who helped us out early this morning down here at the club getting ready for today's game. We're going to get ready now to cross back to Corey, and Corey's going to be taking over some of the commentary as we get set now for the game to kick off. And if you've just joined us, make sure that you're on the live web stream site, sharing and commenting to your friends on aucklandleague.co.nz. Over to you, Corey.
Thank you, Troy, and a big thank you to the respective coaches of the two teams today, and also Chairman Bill Hancock for joining us. Awesome to hear from them. So the reserve game in the background, the hoot has just gone, so play is about to finish, and a big shout out to the firm up there on the hill.
Look at those chairs, Corey. I've just got to cut in here. Lots of innovation on those chairs, people. If you've just joined us and you can't quite make out the grandstand seating area for the firm, the back of those legs on those chairs are cut off so that they can sit level and enjoy the game. Well done, the firm, and thank you for all your support down here at the Howick Hornets. We love you.
So now, as we count down to kickoff, we're about 15 minutes or so away from kickoff in round 17 of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership. A huge clash between two top four sides, the Point Chevrolet Pirates sitting on top of the ladder and Howick sitting fourth. We will look at the ladder soon, but in the meantime, we'll run you through some of the results from last weekend in the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership, starting with Mount Albert up against Richmond, a Central Auckland derby. Mount Albert getting up for a big 38-10 victory in that one at Fowles Park. Glenora versus Point Chevrolet, one of the teams we are streaming today, an absolute thriller which decided the Conakry Minolta Roop Rooster. It means Glenora will hold the Roop over the off-season. Now, Point Chevrolet held a 20-14 lead as the siren went in this one. A scrum was packed down. Point Chevrolet have lost possession, and from there, Glenora have gone 60 metres with a whole bunch of offloads, scored just about in the corner and converted to tie things up, which means Glenora keep the Conakry Minolta Roop Rooster. In other games, Te Atatū downed Mangere East 28-6 in a crucial battle for relegation there, which jumps Te Atatū clear of last place, up 1 point clear of danger at this stage. And in the other one, Howick going down in a nail-biter against Marist, 28 points to 26. The remaining game, the game we streamed last week, Northcote getting up for a 24-18 victory over the Paparoa Sea Eagles, and that one inching Northcote closer to 5th position, now just 2 points off it. So those are your results from the week that was in the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership. Now a quick look at the competition ladder as we shape up and the final 2 weeks arrive. We've got Point Chevrolet on top, currently 2 points clear, sitting there on 27 points. Following closely are Glenora, the team they drew with last week, sitting on 25 points. It now looks as if it will be between those two for the Rokotai Shield. Minor Premiership, Mount Albert sitting third, 23 points, and Howick dropped back to fourth, sitting on 22 points. Remembering Howick come off back-to-back losses heading into this one. Outside of that, the finals dream is over for the defending premiers, the Paparoa Sea Eagles. Northcote picked up another win last week to cap off a fantastic second round for them. They're sitting in 6th position. They're followed by the Marist Saints in 7th, the Richmond Bulldogs in 8th, and that big battle at the bottom of the ladder. Remembering Richmond not quite technically safe from relegation yet, so it's a big game for them today. But that battle at the bottom, Te Atatū picking up the win over Mangere East, which jumps them to 3 victories for the season, 7 points, and crucially 1 point clear of relegation. So that's how it went down in terms of the ladder, and I'm now going to get Troy to run us through some of the results from the 2nd Division, Crown Lift Trucks, Premiership, and the Sharman Cup.
Thanks, Corey. Just ripping through it very, very quickly. Last week's game, the big clash was Otahu up against Bay Roskell Vikings, and the Vikings took that one out, Corey, 34-32. So we'll have a look to see whether that's changed any place in regards to the Crown Lift Trucks Premiership ladder. The rest of the results, however, Ponsonby Ponies 62 points against the Ellerslie Eagles on 16. Papatoe Panthers went down 60 points to 4 against the Otara Scorpions, and the Manurewa Marlins still performing very, very strongly. They won their game against the Newland Stags 32-12. Just ripping through the pieces of paper that are in front of me, Corey. So there has been a slight change, and it looks like it's changed on aggregate. We have Otara Scorpions at the top of the ladder, followed by Otahu in 2nd place. 3 is Bay Roskill Vikings, 4 is Ponsonby Ponies, so that's your top 4. Looking at the bottom 4 of the ladder, Manurewa Marlins are in 5, Newland Stags are 6, Paparoa Panthers are 7, and the Ellerslie Eagles are in 8th. So, mate, that's a wee bit of a roundup in regards to the Crown Lift Trucks Sharman Cup, and what a beautiful day it is, ladies and gentlemen, down here at Paparoa Park for round 17 of the SAS Fox Memorial. Out there on the field at the moment, if you have just joined us, is the end of the reserves match, Premier Ones, and looks like we've got young Shane sprinting across the park here to take the centre for the officiation for the referees today. And if you're looking to become a referee, join them on the Auckland Referees Association. You can get to them through our website, aucklandleague.co.nz.
So about 8 minutes away from kickoff in this one down here at Paparoa Park today. We'll just run you through some of the action that is happening elsewhere in Auckland in terms of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership today. Mount Albert take on Te Atatu. It's a big game for the Roosters, of course, still right in that battle for relegation, as we highlighted earlier. Richmond take on Glenora. Glenora on fire in recent times. Of course, they hold the Konaka Minolta Root Rooster over the off-season after drawing with Point Chevalier last week. And Richmond themselves not assured of safety just yet. There's currently 2 points between them and the bottom. Marist take on Papakura. That's out at Murray Halberg Park in central Auckland. 2 teams there who have had some real injury issues this year, hopefully starting to get back a bit more to full health and looking to finish the season strong. Of course, our stream game today, Howick versus Point Chevalier. And to round it out, a big one in terms of that battle towards the bottom of the ladder, Mangere East taking on Northcote. Northcote have been absolutely fantastic in the second part of the competition, sprang a number of, I guess, what you would consider upset results. And they're playing some excellent footy, led by a couple of players there really playing out of their skin currently. And, of course, we did get to stream them last week and see what they were all about. So plenty of action on around the grounds in Auckland today. And, of course, if you can't get out to the park, do join us on the live stream. Give it a share on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen, or a retweet on Twitter. And we thank you for joining us. We were able as well to bring you some SAS College Rugby League action earlier in the week. A fantastic game between Kelston and St. Paul's.
And I managed to get a little bit of a taste of that for you, Corey. We got a halftime sort of review in regards to the College Rugby League action sponsored by SAS. And people, if you're rugby league fans, you need to get to see some of the young talent that's playing in the College Rugby League competition. There's some massive hits. There's some big players, strong football, quick feet, really good to watch. And we do that from Wednesday afternoon. And I think we've got... coming out of Richmond next Wednesday, 4 p.m. kickoff. Join us on that again through the Auckland Rugby League website, .co.nz.
Yeah, that'll be Southern Cross versus Mount Albert Grammar in the sudden death semi-final. Kelston advanced through to the grand final. And awaiting is either the winner of Southern Cross or Mount Albert. And, of course, Kelston have been right up there as one of the best secondary schools for a long time in the Auckland competition. And last week downed St. Paul's. They drew earlier in the year when they played each other, but on countback, unfortunately, St. Paul's were found to have fielded an ineligible player, so Kelston got the points for that one. So Kelston still without a defeat in the championship round and playing some really good footy under Phil Gordon.
Well, mate, she's a beautiful day down here for rugby league today at Paparoa Park. The Hornets' nest, the ground is firm, the sun is shining. Both teams have had very strong build-ups in regards to their warm-up periods out the back of the ARL studio here on site. And there's a good crowd starting to form now. If you have nothing on, please come down and join us here at the park. It's going to be a fabulous game of footy. You're going to see some great talent on show here today. And as Corey said, as part of the build-up, if you can't make it, click on the live stream and join us. Now, just on the live stream as well, it's part of an innovation that the Auckland Rugby League are doing. We have a survey out on Facebook at the moment. If you can make your way to the Auckland Rugby League Facebook page, find the survey link, click into that as the warning bell horn has just gone. And please, we'd love to have your feedback in regards to the content, in regards to the delivery, and what the live stream looks like as far as being easy to use, so on and so forth.
So we are now going to run you through the team list, which will come up on your screen there. And just like that, with magic, up they pop. So starting with the home team. and that is the Conset Howick Hornets starting at the back. George Edwards. The wings are George Prescott and Jesse Kevin. The centres, Reece Charlie and Royden Gillett. Royden leading the Fox Memorial Premiership in terms of tries scored so far this year. 13 tries in his games, playing some awesome footy in the centres for the Hornets.
And have a look at who's at number 2 and 3.
Yeah, that's right. Saula Solomona and Francis Ledger. So, well, I guess if there was a first try scorer market today, no question about who the favourites would be. Those three boys prolific so far, and Jesse Kevin is the number 5 as well. So plenty of tries in these two teams, which should mean we see a pretty open game of footy today. Now, to run you through the rest of the Howick Hornets team, Drew Radich joins Reece Joyce in the halves. The front row is Tony Tuia and Tutalana Vanisi. The hooker and captain is Jethro Friend. In the back row, Nick Wilson joins Johnny Vettenbau, and locking the scrum is Trent Bishop. And on the bench, the veteran Andy Matano, Ken Vuniyayawa, Longo Fotofili and Anthony Foimoana. So that is your home team, the Conset Howick Hornets, for today's match. And moving across to the Ortex Point Chevalier Pirates, the visitors today at the back, Siwa Tanuku. The wings are Saula Solomona and Sitiveni Apollo. The centres, Dwayne Lucia and Francis Ledger. In the halves, Kevin Locke joins another veteran, Dylan Moses, really experienced halves pairing there for the Pirates. And the front row, Salinga Kapau and Abraham Papali'i. The number 9 is Tavita Latu, and the back row, Eddie Paoliki, Sione Feo, Siali Makawi, and the bench playing his first game for Point Chevalier today. Tevin Arona, he's come up from Canterbury, played some footy with the Warriors reserves this year, suffered a really bad injury earlier in the year, broke his leg. His first game back, he'll come off the bench, and I'm assuming play a sort of dummy half or halves role for the Pirates. Potentially Dylan Moses moves back into the forwards and Tevin plays halfback with Kevin Locke. Jeremiah Pai, Preston Ricky and Daniel Liddycoat round off the bench for the Ortex Point Chevalier Pirates. So just minutes away from kickoff in this one, and we have just read you through the two teams there, and we'll now hand over to Troy as we count down towards kickoff.
Yeah, just a big shout out to Arden McCarthy. I know he's coming back from injury. There's a wee bit of a meniscus problem there, and looking to get his ACL attended to, and wish him all the best and strong rehab as soon as you can. I know the Point Chevalier Pirates are missing his services, Corey, and hopefully he'll be back ready, fit for the 2018 season. So Godspeed on the rehab there. Just having a little look at the Pirates team as they're out there warming up. I notice Dylan Moses is in the number 6 jersey. So is he playing at standoff today, or is it going to be a wee bit of Pirates trickery?
No, I think Dylan will be playing at standoff. He's played there actually quite a lot so far this year, and along with Kevin Locke forms a really experienced duo in the halves for the Pirates. So, you know, it's interesting from Point Chevalier's point of view. They've probably got through most of this year without, I guess, established, recognised halves, but those guys do a really good job. And Francis Ledger as well has played plenty of halves for them as well this year. There's a couple of key matchups in this one. If you look at Reece Joyce, those who watched the NRL Rookie Show a few years ago will know of Reece. He started the year with Paparoa, won the Fox with them last year, has come across to the Hornets, and he's going to line up opposite Kevin Locke in the halves. Now, Kevin Locke needs no introduction, of course, a veteran NRL player, played in the Super League as well, Kiwi international, so fascinating matchup there. Two really talented players, and you know, Troy, if we think back to the Fox Memorial Premiership Grand Final last year, Reece Joyce, probably Paparoa's best player, controlled play beautifully, kicked well, and a really talented player. So he's definitely a huge inclusion for the Howick Hornets. But also Jethro Friend at hooker coming up against Tavita Latu. Now, Jethro Friend, one of the best domestic players certainly in New Zealand, and actually I think won that award a couple of years ago. Or at least certainly was nominated. Jethro, part of the famous Friend family, son of Clayton Friend, and brother Bodie working at the Warriors as well as Jordan. So he comes up against Tavita Latu, another one, vastly experienced, played a number of games for the Kiwis and Mate Tonga, and also playing for the Warriors and Cronulla in the NRL. So lots of interesting individual matchups. But we are just minutes away from kickoff in this one. Round 17 of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership. First plays fourth. And we can hear in the background the celebrations going on from the reserves game. But interesting talking to both of these coaches, probably two teams who potentially could be a little bit down on confidence. Point Chevalier suffering a heartbreaking draw last week, which I guess threw away their chance of claiming the Conakry Root Rooster for the rest of the year, leading by 6 points with the siren going in the background against Glenora, only to draw, which means Glenora had onto it. And Howick coming off back-to-back losses, which has seen them slip to 4th on the ladder. So plenty at stake in this one. It looks like it is going to be Howick who kick off towards the road end of the ground here at Paparoa Park. A big shout out to the Hornets for their fantastic work setting up the club today. You can see the firm up on the hill and a good crowd building here at Paparoa Park.
And a big shout out to Jeff Bro Friend, the son of Clayton Friend and another legend of the rugby league game, along with the whole of the Friend family. And Clayton, if you're out there, mate, watching the live stream, great to have you aboard, and great to see your son running around still in the SAS Fox Memorial. Getting ready for the big kickoff here, Corey. What's the tip for today?
Well, I think, the first one that comes to mind is this is a crucial one in terms of confidence levels heading into the playoffs. Both of these teams are going to be there in the playoffs, and they want a victory to at least kind of boost confidence and make sure that recent result doesn't kind of weigh on the mind too much. So I think it will hopefully be a pretty open game of footy. We can see that these two teams have scored plenty of tries this year. Two of the best attacking teams in the competition. So really looking forward to it. If you are just joining us, give it a share on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to get underway. Round 17 of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership. And it will be Howick to get things underway, and Point Chevalier to first use of the ball, and Reece Joyce drills it down towards Saula Solomona, and it's an awkward bounce which Solomona collects and takes the first hit up himself, and a couple of the big boys get an early shot on the winger there. Jethro Friend involved in the tackle as well. Latu shifts play on to Kapau, who's met in a big early contact there.
You actually got a Kapau by the sounds of it. A little bit of an action replay there as we see the hit. And a little bit of a tussle in the play the ball area. However, back to the live action.
So Latu shifts into dummy half, looks left, decides to go right. Sione Fiol takes it forward there. So good early yardage on offer here for the Pirates. Again, Selinga Kapau takes it into the heart of the Howick Hornets defence. Tony Tuia joining the action on that occasion. Latu goes out the back to Kevin Locke, who goes to the skies, and it's a high one, a real early test at the back here for George Edwards, who's under it. Has taken it, little juggle, but play on is the call. So well diffused in the end by George Edwards. Good kick from Kevin Locke. So a really positive start there for the Ortex Point Chevalier Pirates, as the Howick Hornets now get their first use of the ball. 10 metres off their line, little dart out of dummy half there from Prescott.
It's important for all their big boys to stand up in both teams today. How important it is for the big guy here, Tony Tuia, to have a big game.
Yeah, that's right. Tony always at the forefront for Howick. Interesting to see King Vuniyayawa starting this one off the bench. Been such a crucial player for Howick this year in terms of their go forward. A player used by the Warriors at New South Wales Cup level, as well as Trent Bishop takes us up towards halfway. Friend into dummy half. Shifts play wide to Reece Joyce. Joyce goes to the sky as well, so early bombs away from both teams. Ipolo at the back takes it comfortably, but a good chase. I think it's Reece Joyce leading the chase, so really good set there from the Howick Hornets. So the sort of start to the game you would expect, given the quality of these two teams and some of the players they have, as Otonuku comes to dummy half, shifts it on to Moses. Moses to Ledger. Ledger takes it forward. Hit in a tackle there by Vittenbell.
Lots of good chat on both sides too, Corey. You know, the both Hornets and Point Chevalier, a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Animation as their
energy.
Energy. Here we come again with the Pirates. Great hard carry.
Pailecki there, taking it forward. Had a couple of good carries already. Moses, now they move down at the short side. Moses kicks across the body, back towards the middle of the park. It's found grass, and it is a good chase from Point Chevalier. They put George Edwards under all sorts of pressure. It was Kevin Locke right up in his face, gets the tackle there. So another good set from the Pirates. Prescott darts out of dummy half. Nothing on offer on this occasion. And there's a bit of work to be done here for the home side. Joyce shifts it on.
Just as they're getting ready to grind it out inside their 30, there's a player down in the background for the Pirates. Corey getting a wee bit of attention. Doesn't look too comfortable over there, as the referee calls a knock on.
Yeah, so first error of the match there. They'll pack down a scrum. Tony Tuia in for a bit of a chat early. the vice-captain of this team, Jethro Friend, the captain. And time is off as we attend to the injured player back in play. And it looks like it's Dwayne Lucia. We're trying to catch the number there. And actually, it might be the number 13 for Point Chevalier, Sioli Makawi. And he's being taken from the field. So an early change going to be required here for the Pirates. We wait to see who comes onto the field. Looks like Preston Ricky is warming up over there at the back. Another of the players to play Junior Warriors this year in the Holden Cup. And Ricky is onto the field. So an early change there. Sioli Makawi with what looks like a shoulder or elbow problem. And Preston Ricky into the action. And it'll be straight into the attacking action as well. He's going to pack down in the scrum. As time comes back on, and away we go. Shane Ream blows time, and Moses gets things back underway. Locke steps back inside. Trent Bishop involved in the tackle as well. Wrestling him to the ground. Latu goes to the left edge. Nice carry forward there from Abraham Papali'i. Latu shifts it on Sione Fio. Sizes up one, beats two, gets the offload away. There's numbers here. Kevin Locke dances. Steps back to Kevin. And Preston Ricky gets his first touch of the game. Takes it forward into Tony Tuia. Plenty of talking going on here. Dylan Moses shifting players out towards the right edge. Otonoku sweeps into the back line. Finds Francis Ledger. Good defence from Howick if they manage to hold him up. I think Francis Ledger's over here, and he is. The Ortex Point Chevalier Pirates with a lovely little right side move there, and you could see Dylan Moses frantically shifting guys on. He had the play in mind, and in the end nicely summed up by Otonoku, who finds Ledger. He has just enough power there. It was a pretty good defensive effort from Royden Gillett to get there, but in the end Ledger momentum takes him over, and it is the Pirates who strike first, I should say. So it will be Point Chevalier 4, Howick 0 with kick to come. 4 minutes into this SAS Fox Memorial Premiership clash.
So the Concept construction team that is sponsored by a fabulous organisation. The Howick Hornets are in the back play there, and they're having a wee bit of a conversation. The trainer's on, and that's probably not the start that they'd want to kick off with, let alone the coach being too pleased. But the actual game's gone up and down the field a few times. Point Chevalier managed to get a wee bit of momentum there, create a wee bit of pressure, and then get points on the board. So looks like we're going to have a fabulous game of rugby league down here today, and what a day for it is.
Yeah, and that try coming directly off the Howick era coming out of yardage, so probably no prizes for guessing what the talk will be about behind the goal. So Ledger now to attempt to convert his own try.
And I think that sort of started with the big high kick-off lock early in the piece there, which then got the side into position, and then they started mounting pressure. So that's probably going to play a big part in today's match in regards to getting the Pirates around the field. If you've just joined us, as the kick is struck and off to the left-hand side of the SAS stick there. From around the world, all of our friends in Australia, definitely out of Brisbane, and also in Sydney, and also around the South Pacific Islands, and we've also got a few followers in the UK, Corey. Welcome aboard, and we hope you're enjoying the match brought to you today by our CTAS live stream partners, sponsored by SAS Sporting Apparel.
So false start there. Reece Joyce, the ball just moving a little bit off the tee, but away we go. So the Howick Hornets gets things back underway. Otonoku claims at the back, hands it off.
Great strong carry there.
Yeah, another good carry from Abraham Papali'i.
Offloaded.
He gets the offload away as well. Now Tavita Latu's on the ball, puts on a bit of footwork. They shift out towards the left. Lucia steps back infield. So enterprising footy from the Point Chevalier Pirates. Lots of second phase early on here, but Papali'i having a telling impact as well. Had a crucial carry in the lead up to that try. Sione Fiel
just driving hard into the centres there.
Latu now looks down the short side. Kevin Locke on the ball. Locke's broken. Locke's gone straight through. And Kevin Locke tried to put on the step. Ended up slipping over right into the clutches of George Edwards.
Yeah, probably can't see it if you're viewing it over in that left-hand top corner. Very, very damp and boggy there. It's where most of the water comes into the park. So that'll be something they'll need to keep in mind for later on in the game.
Come out to this right edge now. And Dylan Moses puts the kick through. And Salinga Kapal dives on it. And we are all good. The Point Chevalier Pirates double their lead, 8 points to 0. And that time it was all down to their middles. Dominated a couple of plays there. Got quick play of the balls at the end of it. Kevin Locke broke down the left. And then here we see the ball shift out. And then from here it's the skill of Dylan Moses. Spots there's no fullback in the line. And Big Salinga comes in, scoops up the ball safely and goes over for a try. So the Point Chevrolet Pirates 8, Howick Hornets 0. And we are inside the first 10 minutes here. Round 17 of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership Finals await. Both of these teams are going to be involved in those finals, potentially are going to meet each other somewhere down the track. So a fascinating clash here in terms of what these two teams have got. And they have been two of the best teams in this comp throughout the whole year. Howick had only had 3 losses prior to the last fortnight, where they lost back-to-back. And of course, Point Chevrolet, with the, I guess, exception of the beating they took over at Mount Albert. And from memory, it was about 44 points to 4. And Mount Albert were fantastic that day. But outside of that, they've been pretty solid this year, pretty consistent. Had a draw last week, which by all accounts, you know, should have really been a win. So they're tracking pretty nicely as well, are the Pirates, as Ledger steps in to attempt the conversion. A much easier one than his previous one. He's hit it well. Flags are up, and it is Point Chevrolet 10, Howick Hornets 0. 9 minutes gone here in this clash at Paparoa Park, and the Hornets probably wondering a little bit what's going on here. They traded blows early, had a couple of good sets, but then an error led to a try, and then on the ensuing set from that, Kevin Locke breaks down the left. Though unlucky that he didn't go over.
Kick too from Mo. He put Slinger in across the line.
Yeah, that's right. Dylan Moses showing those skills in the halves as well, typically known as a lock forward. So the Pirates get things back underway now. Tavita Latu shifts out to Papali'i. Another good carry from Big Abraham, and the second phase. On this occasion, though, it has gone astray.
They need to start slowing that down. Point Chevrolet get a roll on early. It's going to be a hard juggernaut to stop.
So not too sure who Shane Ream has got the knock-on off here. I think it is actually going to be a Point Chevrolet ball.
The crowd's giving advice to Shane there in the centre of the park again, Corey. Good to see the big support down here at the Hornets' Nest as all the rugby league fans have come in across all of East Auckland.
So Locke feeds the scrum, shifts out to Moses, who goes to Ledger. Ledger now spots a little half gap, nothing forthcoming on that occasion. Drew Radich gets involved to take him down. Otonuku into dummy half. Moves it play on to Sola Solomona, who goes behind. I think he spotted big Tony Tuia. Decided he probably didn't want to run in that direction, and then he had to. Tavita Latu now, Salinga Kapau, the try scorer, now takes it forward. Excellent tackle from Jethro Friend around the legs.
Great technique.
And Tony Tuia comes in to finish it off. So good defensive work here from the Hornets. Line speed a lot better on this particular set. Big shot there from Royden Gillett. And it's a shoulder charge, in fact, so a little bit too big a shot.
Shane's having a conversation with somebody on the running back into the defence line there. That tackle by Jethro on Salinga coming through, great technique there, because Salinga's not not an easy man to bring down. He's got a low centre of gravity, and he certainly, made a good shot on that one.
So Kevin Locke kicks into touch. Francis Ledger to get us back underway. Misses out Ricky, goes to Moses. Comes back infield. Paeleki with the carry. Spent some time with the Manly Seagulls. Speaking to coaching staff, a really intelligent footballer there in the forwards. They turn play back inside. Abraham Papali'i, boy, he has been fantastic in these opening exchanges. Yet another offload. Otonuku puts some footwork on, gets the ball out the back door. Kevin Locke wrapped up, and you can hear it there. The firm up on the hill riding every movement of Kevin Locke and loving it when their boys are able to shut him down. Now they go down the short side here, and it's Sione Fiao who beats one, beats two, goes for the corner. We're going to have to wait. No, Shane Ream says knock on in the end, and he was pretty close to the sideline as well. So good scrambling defence there from Howick. Denies Point Chevrolet that time, but again, having a bit of success down the edges. Other 2016 runners-up, and a nicely worked little play down the left on that occasion. Sione Fiao going close, so they will pack down a scrum now, 10 metres off the line.
Concept Construction sponsored Howick Hornets will be looking to play a wee bit more structured inside this 20 as they get ready now to grind it out inside their red zone, I guess. Tony's looking for a wee bit of work here out on the right-hand edge. Here he comes, winding up.
So Tuia takes it forwards. Salinga Kapau involved in the tackle. Friend to Bishop. But the Point Chev line pretty strong. They get the second phase away. They shuffle it on. Vanisi takes us up towards halfway. Friend looking both ways. Plenty of appeals for penalty there. Nothing coming. Trent Bishop Takes us up now 40 metres off the line here, the Howick Hornets, and they get the penalty. That is what they wanted. And all of a sudden, this set becomes a genuine attacking one. Plenty of talk going on.
See how many metres he picks up from the kick.
Joyce drives that one into touch. They're going to start this set about 25 metres off their line. Gillett with the tap and go finds Radic, who finds Tuia. And another penalty, smartly worked, I think, there by Big Tony Tuia. Fighting on the ground and gets the penalty, I think, off Abraham Papali'i for a little second effort. And it's going to be a tap and go here. Friend taps Tuia.
Getting through some work early is the big guy.
10 metres off the line here, the Howick Hornets. Friend looking both ways. Another penalty. That is 3 penalties in a row. The Hornets up on the hill, the firm, they're calling for the sin bin.
They give it to Tony again, he might get a 3rd penalty in a row and have a hat trick. So what's the decision?
And I think they're going to take it back and go for the tap here. So not uncommon to see teams take the ball back. You can elect to do that, and all it does really is give you a bit more room to execute a set play. Can be a little bit hard when you're inside the 10 sometimes to get the full set play you're looking for. So Howick take it back, march it forward through Tuia. Bishop now plays at the line. Joyce turned back inside. Gone very close there on that occasion. Nick Wilson with a bit of footwork to get back inside. Joyce to Radic. Radic dummies, tackled well though by Preston Ricky.
Vortex Pirates scrambling on the line.
Friend with a little deception play there. Tricked a couple of them. They turn play back inside. They're not far off the line here, the Howick Hornets. But so far, Point Chevalier holding strong. They go short to Tuia, who turns play back inside. It's a nice little play. Trent Bishop, I think it is, right up against the line. They're a metre out here. Friend shuffles the ball from dummy half. Finds Joyce, who turns play back. Radic now puts the kick up over the top. They go high, but Sola Solomona takes it. And look out, because he does have wheels. Hands play back inside there to Preston Ricky. The ball's been stripped out. Play on is the call at this stage. Scooped up by Point Chevalier, and play on is the call.
Yeah. And obviously the crowd are all on side with that one, and they're wishing him all the best. As the Pirates now out to the halfway mark with
huge
a
hit.
massive tackle.
Huge hit there. Royden Gillett. I think it was, in fact, it's Johnny Vettenbell. Huge contact there out on the right. Bishop involved in the tackle, slows things down. Latu now. They turn play back inside.
Yeah, a lot of conversation now happening in the back of the Pirates pack.
Latu hands it off to Kapau. Bishop misses with the big hit. Kapau takes it forward, looking for a quick play of the ball here. So a high-quality game, as you would expect in the early exchanges of this SAS Foxmore Premiership clash. Lock now down the short side. The kick has been played at, we think. Waiting for confirmation from referee Shane Ream. Moses now on the ball. Moses puts the kick in behind. Chase is good, but well cleaned up by Jesse Keevan. Was tackled by Sola Solomona. So nice work there from Howick to stop that one. It was a high-intensity set from Point Chevalier. Ledger now involved in the tackle. So Howick, 11 metres off their line. Radic shifts it on. That tackle creeping a little bit high there from Ricky.
Yeah, we went the length of the field. They were right on the Point Chevalier Pirates line, and then all of a sudden we're back down inside the 20. Oh, and a bobble.
Darts out at dummy half. Radic has put it down. Play on is the call, though, so all good there. A little bit scrappy from the home side. And we've got fresh legs on the park for the Point Chevalier Pirates. Longo Fotofili onto the park. As Reece Joyce gets to his kick, it's a driven kick down towards the wing of Ipolo. Nicely caught, and he's going to get a whole lot of free meters here.
Oof.
Tackled well around the legs, so
3
good
metres
chase
till he
as
ran
well.
into 2 defenders and had a full stop.
And good line speed here from the Howick Hornets. Getting there in numbers, boy, I'd love to see Jethro Friend's tackle count. He would be, I dare say, up around the 12 or 15 mark already. He's been involved in everything, and just as we say that, he gets involved in another one, although Point Chevalier have got the offload away now. Kevin Locke down the short side. Hands play off to Ipolo. Ipolo's beaten one. He's going to look to go over the top. Edwards gets the crucial touch on it. Race for the ball. I think it's going to be a Howick knock-on at the end of that. No, it's all good. Play on is the call. Bishop picks it up. Offloads. So end-to-end stuff here now as George Edwards gets into a little halfback. half gap, I should say.
Yeah, I don't think the halfback would too wrap with that, Corey. And George is up, plays the ball. Here comes Big Tony again, winding up, hitting the defence line of the Ortex Pirates, and trying to hold them down on the ground warfare piece there to slow the ruck down.
So up over halfway, go. The concept Howick Hornets, friend, looks to his right, looks like Vuni Yayawa might be onto the park.
Big shout out to Mike Farrelly, the match manager for today's game here at the Paparoa Park, and also looks after Farrelly photos. So if you need team photos done, he's your man.
So kick down towards the corner, takes a kind bounce to the end for Siwa Tanuku, picks it up, looks to beat Radic, but well tackled there by Radic. So all the little 1%ers on point so far for both teams. The kick chasers really good. Line speed pretty positive as well. As we approach the 20-minute mark in this one at Paparoa Park, Sola Solomona comes in looking for a bit of work, runs into Trent Bishop, who takes him down with the help, I think on that occasion, of Jethro Friend again.
Yeah, he's getting through some massive work, isn't he?
Vuni Yayawa in on the tackle. Locke now gets the ball, drives the kick down the middle of the park. A couple of players offside, which referee is calling, and it's almost a 40-20. George Edwards, he's put it into touch. So what a kick from Kevin Locke. It was going to be a 40-20. Edwards has come across trying to keep it in, and in the end, I think just palmed the ball into touch. So big play there from Kevin Locke.
George is having to think about that one. He knows that's one that's got away, and it's putting the team under a wee bit of pressure as here come the Pirates again.
So we're going to have a scrum about 20 metres off the line here. Point Chevalier, loose head and feed. And the Pirates have made a really good start to this one, just winning the arm wrestle at this stage. A couple of their middle players really standing up.
Part of the build-up here today, we managed to spend a wee bit of time with the chairman of the Howick Hornets Club, Big Bull, and Bull's invited everyone around the East Auckland area to come and join the Howick Hornets tonight. The cafeteria is opened and they'll be serving green tea along with a nice hot meal.
So Locke gets things back underway. Otanuku turns play back inside, and Ricky's unfortunately put that one down. Dylan Moses not happy with it. Ricky, I dare say, won't be too stoked either, but it will be a Howick loose head and feed. They survived that one, so Point Chevalier not able to take advantage of it. A few pats on the back for Ricky there. It was certainly not a hard pass, but maybe just took a little look up to see what was awaiting him in the defensive line, and sometimes that's all it needs. So Howick to pack down the scrum. You can see there Tony Tuia doing a fair bit of yapping, as you would expect in the scrum. Radic feeds it, shifts play out. Here we go again, Howick on the ball.
Good strong carry there. They got him in the tussle on the ground. A lot of one-off stuff at the moment by the Howick as the Hornets as they try to grind it out again from inside their half.
They've been made to do a fair bit of defence in these early stages, so probably lacking a little bit in attack right now in terms of energy levels. Now as they come out towards the left edge, ball is out the back. Radic hands it off. Edwards now beats one, looks to beat two, almost offloaded, but decided to hold on to it in the end.
It's been a fast 20-odd minutes, isn't it, Corey? They went up and down. It's been a quick game so far.
Yeah, absolutely, and not too many breaks, not too many errors in it.
No.
Last tackle now, Friend shifts play on to Radic. Radic goes to the sky. The chase pretty good from Howick. Lots of pressure on at the back. Ball is loose. And we're going to wait for confirmation. There's a claim of a try, but it is going to be a knock-on. So Fotofili was claiming the try, and I think it was Vuni Yayawa that went up for it. He went up and got it, but in the end, a knock-on called off the hand of Fotofili, I think it was. And Point Chevalier survived that one. So end-to-end stuff here at Paparoa Park. 21 minutes gone in this round 17 SAS Fox Memorial Premiership Clash. A big thank you to SAS for their continued support, not only of the Fox Memorial Premiership, but also the College Rugby League, which we will be bringing you live this Wednesday. Mount Albert Grammar versus Southern Cross Campus in the sudden death semi-final in that one. Join us from 4 p.m. Back to the action now. They take it up over halfway. Daniel Liddycoat, it looks like, onto the park. And sorry, I should say, rather than Mount Albert Grammar, St. Paul's, as you rightly point out. Otunuku now breaks. Ledger into dummy half. Ledger shifts play back towards the sticks. Moses dummies twice, sends it out the back. Lock, looping ball over the top. They got space out here. Lucia looking to sum play up. Good covering tackle across there. I think it was from
millimetres away.
Fui Maono. Now Lock kicks across the face. It's not as deep as he would have liked. Ledger takes it. Now he's looking for an offload. Gets the ball out the back. Scooped up by Otunuku. Hands play off to Ricky, but the call is forward. And so Howick forced the error there with really good rushing defense. Put them under plenty of pressure, I should say.
You're doing well, mate. You're doing well. It's a mouthful. Good to see Neville Kesher down here today with the Auckland Rugby League Referees Association, just doing some fine work in the background in regards to supporting and giving feedback to all the referees throughout the Auckland region. Nice to have you here, Neville.
And we do have one of the best in the country in the middle today, Shane Ream, vastly experienced referee, who has won the Auckland Referee of the Year award. So Howick now 40 metres off their own line. Friend shifts play and towards the middle of the park. Looks like some more fresh legs on the park for Howick in the shape of Fui Maono. Joyce. Vuniyayawa. Vuniyayawa plays at the line. Ball is loose. Scooped up, but it is a knock-on right on halfway. So a few errors starting to creep into this one here after a real high-quality start.
Need to complete their set of 6, and the Consent Construction Howick Hornets team are getting ready now as the Big Tony's having another chat to the referee there about Lord knows what as they get ready to pack down, but I dare say there'll be a big conversation going on just to try and get some clarity around the issues that are popping up inside the game.
I think the issue there was they knocked it on. I don't know if they can blame the referee for that one.
Well, he'll be talking them out. He'll be talking them down. Well, you sure that was a knock-on? Should have gone to Specsavers, Shane.
Ledger into dummy half. Oh, and another error. So what has gone on in the last few minutes? We'd seen a really clean start to the game, and all of a sudden, a whole bunch of errors and early in tackle counts as well.
And a special mention to Tale Anderson, who's had 3 teeth taken out yesterday. She's the comms officer at the Auckland Rugby League. Hope you get well soon. And, you know, you're sorely missed down here at the ARL studios. Packing down.
So Radic with the feed. And away we go again. So let's see if they can complete a set here. I don't want to put the mocker on them early. But that is a nice carry there from Fui Maono at the back. Takes us up over halfway. Joyce to Gillett. Friend moves play onto Vuniyayawa. A little bit of footwork at the line. Another of these really talented forwards that's got a little bit of footwork in his game is Bishop. Plays at the line to Tuia. Tuia takes the shot from Dylan Moses, which he's not too impressed about. But play on is the call. Of course, Tuia and Moses, teammates from the New Zealand Māori residents side, where they have both played for them a number of times. So on that occasion, Dylan Moses getting the better of Tony, forcing the knock-on at the line. Sure, Tony will get his own back as the game goes on. Bishop there puts a shot on. Brings him to ground, finished off by Joyce. And hint of a forward pass there out of the bottom of the ruck. Capel, perhaps lucky to get away with that 1 point Chevalier. A big shout out to the Bull Boys here today. Trust you're having a good day, boys. As the Pirates come up over halfway, Sione Fiel fighting, and the tackle. Ball has come loose, and it is going to be a strip. 3 in the tackle. So big pressure to come on the Hornets here. An error followed by a penalty, and all of a sudden the Ortex Point Chevalier Pirates are going to start this set inside attacking territory. Looks like Kevin Locke's going to kick for touch.
They'll look to build some more pressure off this set, Corey, as you said. Kevin about to chew up some metres now with a good strong kick. And the Steedham ball will never be seen again. That's gone over the building and outside the park. Here
So
come the
Lock
Pirates.
to Liddycoat. Liddycoat takes it forward, a late inclusion in this squad in the place of Swanee Hufanga, who failed a concussion test. Paeleki takes it now. They're only 9 metres off the line again. Dylan Moses setting up a set play. Plenty of talk going on. Don't tell me it's going to be an identical one from earlier. No, on this occasion they turn play back to Ricky, who is tackled well by Vuniyayawa. Fresh legs onto the park in the shape of Tevin Arona. Welcome back, Tevin. A long break out with a broken leg. Welcome back to footy. Otonoku attacks down the left. Tackled well, though, with Reece Charlie joining the action as well. Lock. Dummies. Steps. Beats one. Still alive. Gets the offload away. And I think forward pass in there somewhere. So Howick a little bit fortunate there.
He's getting involved today, isn't he?
Yeah, boy, you can sort of see that step up in class sometimes when Kevin touches the ball. Just little things, the way he moves the body to create little gaps, and just the way he's able to get offloads away. And again, just showing that class down there. But credit to Howick, they've contained him pretty well.
Yeah, they have, mate. And look, if you are watching or out and about around the Auckland region today looking for some updates at half time, if you could text them through to 021 932 823. We'd love to get a quick snapshot in regards to other matches being played and what the scores are at half time.
That's right, and you can also hit us up on social media, Auckland Rugby League on Facebook or at Auckland League on Twitter and Instagram. And while you're there, give the live stream a share it with your friends. It's free, and you can watch it anywhere in the world. Jethro Friend now. Into dummy half, steals a few cheap meters
Great
there.
run.
Look to get the offload away, yeah. So Howick now starting to come up with a little bit of second phase, or at least the intention to. Gillett gets the ball short off George Edwards. A set heavy to the middle. Radic to Tuia. Tuia shifts play on Bishop. Bishop with a little sidestep. Creates a little gap and makes a few extra meters.
They're pointing to kick to the left edge here.
Reece Joyce. Joyce, they're going to play it. They're going to run it. Matano gets the ball out the back, and it's fallen down in the execution sakes in the end there. That one, not really what they were looking for.
Bit of a conversation going on out there about which way they were meant to be going. Want a big thank you to Concept Construction, major sponsors of the Howick Hornets, along with the Ortex Industries, sponsors of the Point Chevalier Pirates.
So the Pirates get things back underway. Half an hour gone in this one. The SAS Fox Memorial Premiership Clash, round 17. One more round of the regular season to go, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the big stuff, the playoffs. Both of these teams are going to feature, but it remains to be seen who they will be playing in week one. A fair bit of jostling to go on yet. Such a close top four in the competition so far this year.
Absolutely, and also the clashing at the bottom of the table. We're really interested to see if we can get a score on an update for that Mangere East Northcote game.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Absolutely.
So Arona moves play out towards the left. Kevin Locke creates a little half gap here. They're away. Lucia. And inside, Kevin Locke gets it, juggles it, and scores. And the Point Chevalier Pirates are in for their third try. Locke almost rolls the ankle there in the end goal as he jogs off. But that was a nice little left side shift there from the Pirates. And we will get a look at it on our CTAS instant replay here. Just have a look at how the gap was created. You can see there, Lucia sums play up well. It wasn't a great pass, but Locke able to reach out. The little juggle, gets the ball and runs it in. So nice work there from the Ortex Point Chevalier Pirates. And Kevin Locke adds the Pirates' third try of the day.
Yeah, it looks like they've spent a wee bit of time over there on the left side, or if you're a Pirate, that would be the port side. No, not for you today, Corey.
I'm not much of a sailor, but look, can appreciate the...
But no, they've spent a couple of times applying pressure over there on the left edge, and that one's come off. As Concept Construction Howard Hornets are having a chat, and the trainer is on there again, so they'll be wanting to G up a wee bit to get back into the game as we wait for the kick to come.
I think the real positive for Howick is they haven't been playing badly. It's just a couple of times, I guess, clever play from Kevin Locke down that left edge has undone them, and a couple of errors as well that have kind of led to point scoring opportunities. So not the end of the world for the Hornets, and they'll know that. They've been in these sort of situations plenty of times this year, having an excellent year under Sean Clark. And by all accounts, really keen to retain Sean for next year. That's a real focus for the club.
Yes, the chairman Bull, he spoke highly of Sean, and they'll be, doing everything they can to keep him here with the Howick Hornets for the 2018 season.
So Ledger to attempt the conversion. We can see the mini mods in the background there, Troy. We're going to see them in action in about 8 minutes' time.
Yes, there'll be a future Kurt Sorensen, no doubt, coming out of the mini mods, and as we give a big shout out to Kurt Sumo, hope you're enjoying the live stream here back home in New Zealand at the SAS Fox as the kicker comes in to strike on his natural side. And the flags are up, ladies and gentlemen. Another 2 points are on the board.
So Ortex, Point Chevrolet Pirates 16, Concept Construction, Howick Hornets 0. 33 minutes gone here at Paparoa Park in round 17 of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership. A big thank you to the Auckland Rugby League Board of Directors for bringing you this free live stream. And of course, we have been bringing you some second division action in the Crown of Trucks Sharman Cup this year, as well as the SAS College Rugby League and the Women in League Extravaganza a couple of months ago. So back underway we go, and the Pirates bringing it forward in Howick. They need a big defensive set here, you would think, to change the tempo a little bit, wrest a little bit of momentum back before half-time at 16-0. There's no massive dramas, but certainly a try would be appreciated before the break. They come back into the middle of the park. Sione Fiol takes us up over the 40. Arona out of dummy half. Moses hands it off to Ricky. Ricky steps back inside. Nice play there. Good to see Tevin Arona getting about the park early on.
They're down the short side again. Throws
Moses,
the dummy.
Moses sells a massive dummy, and Ledger's into space. Ledger looks back inside, and Dylan Moses is over and put it down to Dylan Moses. The little show and go. Who knew he had it in his game? Gets it away to Ledger.
Dylan Moses did. He'll tell you about that.
And that is a good try there to the Ortex Point Chevrolet Pirates.
Classic. Moses just parted the ocean, threw the dummy, opened it up, and the boys put points on the board.
Yeah, a real missed opportunity for you there, Troy. We missed that one on the highlight reel.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Open them up.
Sells it. He's got Tony Tuia on the inside chasing, gets the ball over the top. And then from here, it's good work from Dylan Moses to position himself for the second play. And equally, Francis Ledger draws the fullback across, finds Moses, who goes in untouched from there. So lovely team try there from the Ortex Point Chevrolet Pirates, which takes them to 20 points with kick to come. And now we're starting to get into sort of territory where Howick are probably starting to get a little bit worried now, Troy, especially when you're getting undone through the middle of the park like that with little interchanges of passes. So a couple of big minutes coming up for the Concept Construction Howick Hornets. But in the meantime, Francis Ledger's going to attempt the conversion. He's had a really solid start to the game.
So, done very well on both sides of the fields. There's the Ortex Pirates putting points on the board. And great call there by Corey as that went in over on the right side. And Lorraine, you'd be very proud of your son. So that proudness should shine through as we shout everybody in the bar down there at Tiaroha a round of jugs.
So Ledger to attempt the conversion. We're going to have about 4 minutes remaining in this one. Do stay with us at halftime. We're bringing you a little update of the SAS College Rugby League action from this week.
And how good was that game? Kelston up against St. Paul's, massive hit, great running, lots of speed. If you're not catching any of that action, make sure you do. Next Wednesday, 4 p.m. And the kick is good, and the flags are up.
So Ortex Point Chevrolet Pirates 22, Concept Construction Howick Hornets 0. 36 minutes gone at Paparoa Park.
Big shout out to all the volunteers and the supporters of the Howick Hornets down here today, especially Denny, who helped out first thing this morning, making it all possible for the Auckland Rugby League live stream to be presented. And the field's looking great. All the hard work has been done, and just fabulous to be here, guys. Thank you very much.
Howick get things back underway, kicking down towards the road end here at Paparoa Park. Jeremiah Pai onto the field. And Abraham Papali'i with another great carry. Boy, he's had a fantastic half. The former Sydney Roosters player spent a bit of time over in France with Lesignan. I think won a French title over there and now back with the Pirates in Auckland and playing some excellent footy today. Tevin Arona finds Pai, who hands it off. Looks like Dylan Moses might have moved back into the forwards now with Jeremiah Pai moving into the halves. Sione Fiel takes it down the short side.
It'll be interesting to see what Jeremiah brings to the table with his chat. He's always pretty vocal with the boys.
Papali'i standing in the tackle, eventually taken down, looking for that quick play the ball. It's going to end up a very slow play the ball. Tevin Arona shifts play off to Pai. Pai to Moses. Moses dummies inside, goes. I think he had dreams of the double show and go for the try there, but not on that occasion for Moses.
A couple of big hefty Hornets in front of him there. Tie him up.
Arona, Lock. Lock goes over the top. Nicely scooped up though by Jesse Kevin.
Yeah, well diffused by Jesse.
Hasn't had a lot of action today. Point Chevalier have really peppered that left edge rather than the right so far in this game. That one, of course, being the side where Kevin Lock resides. As Jethro Friend looks to milk the penalty, run into the offside player. Tony Tuia now takes it forward, says, come here, Preston Ricky. Takes it up over the 20.
The call from the firm up on the hill is, come on, the Hornets.
Bishop takes us up towards halfway. Good post-contact meters there for Big Trent Bishop. Friend. Radic.
Ooh.
Edwards. Last tackle coming up now. Gillett into dummy half. Hands it off to Radic now. They've got front football. What can they do with it, the Hornets? Kevin.
Needs to stay in. And
well tackled there. Saula Solomona and Francis Ledger.
And there's the chat from Wax already. Jeremiah's on.
And he's such a key guy to this Point Chevalier culture, I guess. You know, he's a guy that makes everyone feel very welcome by all accounts. He's a guy that's big on nicknames. Everyone gets a nickname when Wax is around.
And you don't want to be shirking on defence because that nickname turns into another name.
And onto the park, and plenty of talk early in this one. Now Kevin Lock to Fiel. Fiel spots up. I think it was Radic in the line. Friend with another tackle. Papali'i, big contact there. Finished off by Tuia. So the final minute of the first half here in the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership. Do stay with us. Plenty on at halftime. We've got the SAS College Rugby League wrap, followed by the mini mods game here between the Hornets. Now as Edwards goes back and he wants to get on his bike here because the Point Chevalier chase is arriving. Dummies to no one and eventually tackled by Ledger. So as we play out the final half a minute in this one at Paparoa Park.
A little bit of Groundhog Day here for the Hornets as they start grinding out. The referee has called a penalty, an infringement there.
So a real chance to finish the half on a high here. As the ball comes up over the commentary box here at Paparoa Park, they're going to have about 5 seconds by our count. Of course, our clock won't be perfectly in time with the match manager's clock as Royden Gillett takes it up over halfway. Not long left in this one. Friend to Tuia. Tuia's got through the entire first half. 40 metres out from the line now. Jethro Friend looking both ways. We're not far away from the siren. As they attack down the left edge, I should say, through Wittenbau. 25 metres out from the line. It's a really slow play. The ball's an archaic play the ball, and that's going to do it. And so it will finish at halftime. The Yortex Point Chevalier Pirates 22. The Concept Construction Howick Hornets 0. Do stay with us for our halftime wrap, followed by the mini mods down here at Paparoa Park. Round 17, ladies and gentlemen, of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership.
Yes, as we get ready for the quick snapshot of the SAS College Rugby League, you'll be able to see a couple of tries that were laid on that night, and great football end to end of the field in regards to how that all shaped up. And as my beloved commentary partner feeds himself another lolly, we see the Howick Hornets heading off the field to have their team chat, whilst the Pirates have decided to bandy together down the far end of the field, and the trainers are on over there and they're having their conversation. So as we wait for the halftime sort of, here we go.
Some of the hits in this one. Here.
Love the College Rugby League.
Williams again leading the way. Murray getting involved as well. They come back towards the middle of the park, and oh, guess what? Another big hit. Knock on, so what a hit there from here.
Love the College Rugby League.
behind. Good kick chase from St. Paul's. The line is very staggered here, and he makes a lot of yardage there. Shift down towards the right. Murray on the ball. Short ball, and it's a killer short ball, which is going to go to Matthew Palu. Up here, Mike Williams on the charge ball. He's a powerful kid. This one turns it back inside. Yorker dummies. Goes to the line. He's very good. Malio hands it off. Dummies. Goes back door. Big looping pass over the back. And Muffy's into the corner. Get it down. It was borderline. It will. Strikes at this time. It looks a little bit better. The flags are up. And Kelston Boys High School have taken the lead. Kelston Boys High School 6. St. Paul's College 4. In a heartbeat, and errors are going to be very costly here now as they bring it off the back fence. Tommy's broken free. He's into open space, and this could be it. St. Paul, Gabay goes out to the right edge. They spread the ball. Onyeki's into the corner, and that might be the game. Onyeki's going to centre it. Gets the ball down, and look at him. Absolutely pumped, as are his teammates. And Kelston went up as one as that ball was placed on the ground.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And the lights have gone out at Paparoa Park.
Who forgot to pay the power bill?
But we'll be bringing up a little bit of action down here from the little fellas, and we'll ask kindly for our CTAS man to see if we can't pick up a couple of the mini mod players over there.
And we're informed one of the little fellas did the big dramatic run out onto the field, tripped over, and unfortunately I think his day was over pretty early. He was taken away by Dad, nursing a bit of a sore knee, so hopefully he gets on for a little bit of game action here. But awesome to see the kids out playing.
Well, my first thought here, Corey, is I'm picking Howick will win this match.
And I wonder if they know who's on whose team. That's the big call.
It looks like it's Howick playing Howick, so that's why I picked Howick winning. And as we can see, the dads and the coaches are getting involved there and getting them back into the defence line. And just great to see kids down here enjoying themselves playing rugby league. Just fabulous. Now we have a pick who's going to have a run.
Here we go. Big fella taking it forward.
Striding out.
The first one. He's going to go all the way, is he? Right down the short side.
Oh, what a fend. And
scores in the corner. Lovely try there from the number 7.
Was it inside the corner or outside the corner? We're not sure, but it's been awarded, and so it should be. Okay, we're back to the halfway mark. And you can almost feel the tension mount around the stadium here.
And look, there's a bit of a scramble for the ball here. Someone's taken off with it. And he's away down the sideline. Good attempted tackle. They get there in numbers.
Great tackle.
He's just short of the line, so gets to the feet. And then number 5 wants to turn it dummy half. A couple of his teammates offside.
And just all that's playing in the background, Corey, the College Rugby League semi-major final. We had the 16th of August there on that quick video file. That's in fact the grand final night. But next Wednesday at 4 p.m. there's going to be a massive clash as one of these two teams will go through to the finals. And in regards to who's playing on the day, who's your pick?
Yeah, so St. Paul's up against Southern Cross Campus. Southern Cross had a really good win last week against Mount Albert Grammar. I think it was 28-6 or something along those lines. So going to be a big one. Look, I think St. Paul's just such a fantastic team, really well coached. Junior Fuel coaching them. So, I think initially my thought would be to them, but then you think Southern Cross Campus, the current national champions, so much talent out there, the Mangere East area. So, look, I'm not going to make a prediction. I think it's going to be a pretty close game, but particularly I think some of the middle battles, I think we're going to see plenty of contact in this one.
Some massive hits last week. at the Kelston match. I think from my point of view, St Paul's will be hurting a wee bit after that game against Kelston, and I think they'll be up to, they'll have probably a wee bit more skin in the game, where the other team, had a really, really strong win over the Mount Albert lads, and will be coming in with a wee bit of confidence, and confidence versus a team that's hurting. I'm sort of leaning towards the St Paul's side.
And what a game that was between Kelston and St Paul's. We've seen a number of really good battles between them over the years, Troy, but you mentioned it was really physical. There was some nice execution. We saw a couple of really skillful individual plays, and the support down there. Boy, it was a fantastic atmosphere.
Absolutely, and look, in that first half, I think it was St Paul's had all the territory. They were down there, they were really applying the pressure, and then Kelston against the grain, put points on the board, and then from there it sort of opened up with a couple of other opportunities. So, yeah, they'll be hurting from that match, and I dare say, they'll be looking to man up on next Wednesday's game, which will be live streamed, and you can get to that through the Auckland Rugby League website, aucklandleague.co.nz. Back to the main action down here with the Nippers, and some of the attacking players there look like they got into the defence line and said, no, you're back over there, mate, have a run with the ball.
So here we go, nice little decoy play there, and ball has come loose, and the little fella scoops it up. Here we go, he's got the footwork.
Yeah. Great tackle, good D. And gets up, plays the ball, not happy about having a dirty pair of shorts. Yeah, just put that ball down and great play the ball.
Yeah. And there's a bit of mud on the ball, I think. Looking to get that cleaned up. Plenty of the boys excited. Race another line for the big shot, but the little fella fends one away, fends two.
We're off to Mangere East 2 next week for the SAS Fox Memorial. No, we're not. That was a test, and you just passed, Corey. Marist,
I was going to say, news
Saints.
to me.
We're off to Marist Saints. I'm probably still looking to see if we can get a score, an update from that Mangere East game versus Northcote. Massive clash at the bottom of the SAS Fox Memorial ladder, and that looks like the mini mod boys are finished.
Yep, siren gone in the background, so we are just minutes away from the resumption of play here in round 17 of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership, and we do have the Ortex Point Chevrolet Pirates holding a handsome lead at half-time over the Concept Construction Howick Hornets. A fascinating second half to come. Troy, what do Howick need to do in these opening few minutes of the second half to try and turn things around?